Deconverted magnet here. I am a magnet. All the Clippies have been attracted to my simple video. And there's been some good and bad and some mid range comments from all the paperclips out there, as well as those who have not joined and partaken in the Clippy Kool Aid. Some people get it, others don't. A wide variety of takes, if you will. And my primary focus is and always has been logic and the use of it or the lacking of it. And as I said in video one, you need to, if you want change to happen, this is how to do it. It's very difficult. It takes time, but it will actually work. If you don't want to change things, then you don't need to do anything. Or if you don't care. If you want to feel like you've done something, then you can do things that will certainly make you feel like you have accomplished something. Now, a lot of these commenters uh, have said that this is the first step. Well, that's great. But the advocate that set forth this idea didn't say that this was the first step. He didn't say that this is phase one and that then you're going to do phase 2, 3, or 4. He didn't say what to do next. He just said to change your profile picture. He didn't tell you what steps are next. He didn't tell you to go post this on, X or Facebook or YouTube videos that contain content where you want to get the attention of the people that are upholding this law, voted for this law, like this law, the companies that are involved with the law, etc. He didn't give you any direction to follow. And fair enough, he's not saying that he's the leader or that he even wants to be one. He just said to change your profile if you don't like this law. Well, I don't like the law, but I'm not going to change my profile because he indicated that by changing your profile that will have some effect, as if that by itself would be enough. It isn't, and that's my only point. By itself, it will not cannot affect anything. Now, again, people are creating ideas of what to do with this on their own, which is great, wonderful, terrific. It shows that people are inventive, they're thoughtful. They're like, well, I'm going to post, on somebody's video that likes this law or where they're debating the law, or I'm going to post on X or Facebook, and they're going to see this paperclip. And if they see everybody has a paperclip, they'll wonder what that's about. And that will bring attention to the issue somehow. It will show that there's an army of like-minded people somehow. No further development of that idea of how that will do that, because unless you link them to the original video, they won't even know what you're talking about. In fact, I don't even remember the guy's name that started this. I'd have to go look it up. That's how poorly this message is being conveyed. Some of my normal viewers are like, what are you talking about, man? This is not reality. This is an online thing. This is a social thing. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, well, there you go. The average person won't know that you have changed your avatar. Now, you're free to do what you want. I don't care. If you want to change your avatar, go ahead. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's also not going to affect anything. Now, if you think it will, cool, but in what way? Then you have to start adding things to the story that were not in the original video. Nowhere in the original video did the man that launched this idea tell you what to do or how to do it or in what way it will affect change or what needs to be done next. But I did. I told you, here's what to do. That's it. Now, people are very inventive and very thoughtful, and they clearly are passionate about this law getting changed. Although some people have a weird way of going about that, but that's okay. I'm here to do logic, not to try to psychoanalyze people. Now, there are many comments. I'll focus on a few that I want to respond to. And then this part 3, for the rest of my viewers, this is it. I'm done. I'm done with the topic. But this is all YouTube's fault for telling me to watch a video. All right. So let me bring this up here. Because this was a very thoughtful response, because this person said that my movement, my argument is full of flaws. And I said, well, what flaws? And he said the following: your talking points primarily convey the need to take advocacy in real life, mostly through extremely expensive and unaffordable to average person legal action. Well, no, I didn't focus on anything primarily. I emphasized that legal action will be part of it, and certainly a big part of it, because it will take money. You will have to sue people at some point, more than likely, or you'll want a lawyer on staff for something if something happens. And you're dealing with politics, so it's highly likely that you would need a lawyer at some point, or somebody that is proficient in the law at any rate. And the other things I offered were, things that you could afford. You can afford to do an email or 2 or 10. And if just you is doing it, that's nothing. If every single one of the people that have decided to be a paperclip are joining you in that effort, you all pick a day and you all pick a time, or maybe you just pick a day and you say, okay, we're going to email this person that is somebody that could change this law or is related to that law or whatever. And we're all going to email them on this specific day. They're going to get a bazillion emails all of a sudden with all these people who have attached a picture of the paperclip. Also attached the video that started this discussion, because again, without that context, they won't know why you're all paperclips. Then, okay, great. Cool. But that's something you can do. You can write a letter and send it. A stamp doesn't cost that much. But again, just you alone isn't going to be effective. You need everybody else doing it as well. Hundreds, if not thousands, of people doing it. And so not everything I said was about money, but some of the things are. Hold on a moment. All right. I had to clear my throat there. Activism takes place on many forms, and this is one of them. Shutting it down like this with arguments that propagate good things, a good change happens only through hardship, is weak. Well, I'm not shutting anything down. You're free to do whatever you want. I'm not doing it, and because I know it will not do anything on its own, and the argument made that it will is non-existent. Just change your profile picture. Okay. And that's it. That's all you were told to do in the original video. That's it. That's all he did. That's all he said. Change your profile picture. He didn't give you any further instructions or information to go on. He just said to change your profile picture if you don't like this thing. That's it. That's all. And I'm telling you, no, that's not enough. Here's what you need to do if you actually want to change things. If you don't actually want to change things, keep doing what you're doing. So that's not a weak, and it's not shutting it down, nor is it a weak argument, because I'm telling you what you need to do to actually do change, not this. This is nothing. It's a public demonstration. No, it is not public demonstration. You're not in the public eye. Nobody knows about this. Not at all. If you are extraordinarily lucky, the news media will hear about it. and it will become an article. But you know what would make that likelihood stronger is if many of you contacted news places and told them about this going on, and oh, they're appearing everywhere in all these comment sections, and YouTube is like confused or whatever. But again, the original video didn't tell you to do that. They didn't give you any instructions on what to do next. So you're either betting on that luck will have the draw of that you'll be noticed, or you're betting on that somebody will contact a news organization. But regardless of what that bet is, unless you are actively calling your news organizations around you to tell them about this, who's going to notice? Who's going to care? I mean, I only noticed because YouTube recommended the video to me. That's it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about you guys. So it's just starting. Yeah, I know that. But that's part of the other thing I said. It takes time. Change takes time. And just having your avatar be different, so what? Who's going to notice that unless you make yourself noticeable? And that, again, adds to the story more than the original idea said. It didn't tell you what to do. It just said, change your avatar, as if that's enough. So it's not a public demonstration. Nobody knows about it in public. It takes, let's see, of discussed with corporate greed, the amount of money backed into everything. Well, again, all that is assuming that people know what the hell this is about. No, if nobody knows your message, then nobody knows why you're a paperclip. So nobody will care, which is why I said you need a clear, coherent message, and you need a leader that is saying that clear, coherent message. And that could be you. Somebody needs to be the magnet to hold all the clips together. Now, yeah, and that's not me, even though I am attracting all of them. It unites people and helps create a genuine movement. Well, it might unite people in that they all felt like they did something, and having felt like they did something, then you have a significant drop off. We all changed our avatar because we hate this thing. Yeah. All right, that's it. Go to play my games and whatever. I did my thing. I changed my avatar. What are you talking about? I'm done now. So you will have a significant drop-off point from whatever the initial burst was. That's inevitable for any movement. After that, you'll have those who want to do a little bit more, but now need instruction of what to do next. And unless you have a leader telling you what to do next, that's it. Unless somebody takes an initiative, gets you guys all in the Discord or TeamSpeak or whatever the platforms now that are available to chat together, nothing's going to happen, So maybe the guy that started this will do that. I hope he does, because otherwise this is going to fizzle out into nothing. And that's my entire objection in the first video is just changing your avatar is not going to do anything. Me, on the other hand, or you, on the other hand, found yourself being against it. Fine, have your opinions, but at least bring reasonable arguments to the table. I did. And realized most local assemblies are corrupt. I mean, I don't know about how you would determine that most local assemblies are or are not corrupt, and what that's based on seems like a red herring. I am not against it. I'm just not for it. That is to say, I'm fine with you doing whatever you want, but I'm telling you the truth. This will not change anything. That's it. And not being against it. I'm telling you, here's what you actually need to do to actually change things. And then it's up to you if you want to do those things or not. That's it. I'm not against you doing it or not doing it. I don't care what you do or don't do. That's on you, not on me. My argument was sound and valid. You didn't point out any actual flaws to it. But thank you for your input. At least you thought about it. And that's a good thing. You also need a good face for the movement. Oh, I said that in the video, didn't I? I said you need a coherent leader, didn't I? And they should be somebody that's not preachy to get normal people to understand the problem. Yes, exactly. You need somebody that is a well-spoken individual, So find that person and make them the leader. Or the movement needed a face everyone recognized for a long time. Sure, I agree. That's why you need a leader. If the politicians have a bunch of pissed off Clippies in the reply every time they pull some dirty shit, they're going to know why instead of thinking it's a bunch of people mad about different things. Okay, cool. But the original video didn't say to do that, did it? I might have missed that part, but he just said change your avatar. You know, I mean, again, this is great. It's a good idea, but he didn't tell you to do it, did he? I mean, maybe he did, and I just forgot. But anyways, but yeah, if you're posting on political people, then sure, but you weren't told to do that, and it certainly isn't a directed effort, you know. And again, so without any organization, this will fizzle very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if this lasts less than a few days. I could be wrong. Call and write no shit and flood the comment sections of everything they post everywhere, flooded with it. Well, I mean, you got to be careful with that. You don't want to spam, but yes, if you do things that are actually useful, then you will have a more likely chance of actually doing things. But the original video didn't say to do any of those things, did it? It might get the ball rolling. Yeah, it might. I mean, but why bank on it might do something? Why not make it actually matter from the start? It's about awareness, and that leads to part 2, which is what I said. See part 2. So part 2, you know, if you're just part 1, how do you paint it as utter nonsense? It's us versus them. All acts of unity, whether small or large, should be widely accepted and considered against current class opposition. What? If you took more time to make this video a true spat of divisive nonsense, it would have been simply to change your PFP. Everyone keeps calling it that rather than avatar. I don't know. Personal. I don't know what this stands for, to be honest. Profile picture. Profile picture. I get PFP. Profile picture. Okay. I should say avatar, but whatever. Why whine about it? Well, because it's not doing anything. If you actually want to do something, then do something. And if you want to just pretend like you're doing something, keep doing what you're doing. Negative people. Yeah, I'm not negative. I'm telling you the truth. I fundamentally misunderstand how humans work. Okay. It also means I don't understand how the world works. Really, do explain. I love comments like that. That's just are nothing comments. Anyway, so Lewis, that's the name of the guy, is pretty good about helping people guide to the next steps. Cool. I hope he does, you know. Helping people guide to the next steps. Unfortunately, 10 to 50 emails to your congressman does nothing. How do you know that? Have you tried? How do you know that? If there's a joint effort and have 5K emails sent within a week, it's much harder to ignore. Cool, yeah, but he didn't tell you to do that, did he? He has set up great things for the community to be able to help with, and if it ends with just video, I will be surprised. Well, cool. In fact, I think that's so cool it deserves a heart. Yeah, I mean, this might be part 1 of his plan. I wish he had said that at the end of the video, then I wouldn't have had anything to complain about. Because all he said was change your clip, you know, change it to a paperclip, and he didn't say that it was going to be a part 2. He didn't indicate that it was part 1 of a more massive movement, or they have plans or anything like that. So I guess you're familiar with this guy and what he does, and you know, I guess he does these sort of movements, and maybe I'm unaware, which kind of lends into the problem of lack of coherency. I don't know who he is, what he normally does, or what the movement is about, other than I don't like this law. Let's all change our profile picture. Okay. And what's that going to do? Diddly squat. Maybe he'll continue it. Yeah, great. Power to him if he does. If he becomes the leader of the movement, then everything I said in the first video will be hopefully followed through, because you'll have a clear, coherent leader to lead you to actually change things, and my complaints are then moot. And if not, then I was right. Either way, it's fine. It's interesting. So, for all of those that are listening to part 3, that are clip arts, clippies, paper clips, thanks for your comments. Certainly got my video a lot of attention. Not that I was looking for it. And I'm done. I'm done with this, because I normally don't do social or political issues. But I would implore all of you to use logic. Until next time, well, be a paperclip if you want, but also be skeptical. And after next time, you can stay a paperclip, or you can be a lobster. Either way, be skeptical.